All right, let's take a look at some quadrantal angles. When we hear that, that means the angle falls on the quadrant. So here we have one where the angle is on the x-axis, the positive x-axis. Here's the positive y, this would be the negative x, and this would be the negative y. And remember, h can be the same thing as r. These would just be the simple values. As you can see, this one would be 0 left or right, but it'd be straight up a certain amount. And so in all of these situations, you could find theta. Just you could plug it into the calculator or whatever you want to do. But or you might just know them off the top of your head. This is 0 degrees, that's 90. This is 180, this is 270. So it says, find the exact value of cosine theta. Not defined, right? Undefined. Well, theta, if you think about it, is on the, or excuse me, of pi. Pi on a circle here, or in the x and y axis, I'll get to the circle later, I'm sorry. Pi, if this is 0 here, this is pi right here. That's where pi occurs, and this is 2 pi to go all the way around. So it starts at 0, and it becomes 2 pi once you go all the way around. This would be pi over 2. This would be 3 pi over 2. So each one of them is half a pi. So cosine of that means the angle is going from here over there. That's your theta, which in this case is pi. And so we have something over here. Well, that would mean the value is going to be -1. So cosine of theta is, or of a pi is going to equal -1. The reason why is because cosine and sine have a maximum length of 1. That's their circular functions from the vocabulary part that have a length of 1. This is going left, so it'd be left 1 unit, and so the answer is -1. Now, here's their picture, and you can see it's the same. Now, some of you might be struggling going, oh my goodness, how do we ever get there? Well, don't fret, because honestly, if you just go to your calculator and you go to trig and you type in cosine and you press over here the pi button and you press enter, it's going to tell you, oh wait, I'm in the wrong mode, I'm sorry. I need to go settings here, document settings. The angle is not a degree, it's in radians. Because pi is radians, so you can switch it there, or if you don't want to do that, what happened here? Sorry. If I don't want to do it that way, I come back over here, and instead of just typing in enter, since this is a radian, I'm going to go over here, this button, hit R, and now it gives it to me as -1. So let's try another one. Here it says tangent of 450 degrees. So this time it's in degrees, not radians. And so let's think about this. In terms of x and y axis, that y is at 90 degrees up here. This y is 90 degrees. This is where we start, so it would be 0 degrees. So that's 90. This would be 180. This is 270. And it'll bring us all the way around, and it'll be a total of 360. But we're still not there. Notice 450 is another 90 degrees left to go. So we go all the way around to get to 360, and another 90 to get to 450. That's how we get there, because 360 plus 90 equals 450 degrees. Now, if that's the case, I have a point somewhere on here. So this is tangent. Tangent is y over x. My y value, it looks like, is 1. My x is 0. So tangent of 450 is equal to y, which is 1, over my x value, which here it's 0. That makes this undefined. Again, if you want to try this in the calculator, what we do is come up here, and we can go to trig, hit tangent, and I type in 450. If you're not sure what mode your calculator's in, just go to the pi button, hit the degree symbol, I press enter, and it's going to say undefined. So that's why that's undefined here. Their picture, it shows you it loops around. Here's the value, it's 0, 1. So it's 1 divided by 0, that's undefined. Now that I think about it, I don't think I wrote this one. Yeah, cosine, remember that is psi y cos x. That's going to be x over h. This one, the hypotenuse is the same length because it's not a triangle, so you would actually just have -1 divided by 1. Because this is my h, this would be my x value here because they're one and the same. Now, let's try this one. 7 pi over 2. Well, if you were paying attention earlier, I said every quadrantal angle is pi over 2 away from each other. So if this is 0, this is the same thing as pi over 2. Remember, pi is 180 degrees, so 180 divided by 2 is 90 degrees. This would be pi. This would be 3 pi over 2. So we just keep going. This would be 4 pi over 2, 5 pi over 2, 6 pi over 2, 7 pi over 2. So to get there, we would go all the way around once, and on the second loop, we'd hit this point. Now this point would have an x value of 0, but a y value of -1, because it's down low 1 unit. So let's see, we want to find cotangent. Cotangent, theta is, if you remember, psi y cos x, tangent is y over x. This would be x over y. So what is my x value? My x value is 0. My y value is -1. So 0 divided by -1 is 0. Here my answer is 0, because 0 divided by -1 is equal to 0. Here's this image, and you see that we did locate it in the right spot. It is 7 pi over 2, and so it would be x divided by y. Now here's one for you to try. Draw it up, find what secant's looking for, whether it be psi y cos x, tangent is y over x, and from there get a value.